Robert Collier was a famous marketer from like the 1920s, and he is famous for saying, always enter the conversation happening in your prospect's mind. And that's a rule that I try to follow all the time. But if business is on the line, like when I help financial advisors, that's where I go. Very recently, I was talking to a financial advisor 2 days ago, I think, where he is targeting retirees. If you've been doing this for 10 years, like I have, 10 plus years actually, helping financial advisors with their marketing, you realize that a lot of financial advisors, I think it's 84% of the advisor market, it serves retirees at some level. The number one problem that they struggle with is retirement income. Sure, you can get to all the other stuff. You can talk about planning, and you can talk about sequence of returns, and you can talk about Social Security, and you can talk about protecting from inflation. But to get them in your universe, the thing that is going to get them to stop is when you say retirement income, getting a paycheck from your nest egg, ensuring you do not run out of money, or at least minimizing the probability that you'll run out of money. That is what gets them to stop. You are being naive as a financial advisor if you try anything else, because that is it. That's what they want. You could choose to do whatever you want in your business. But if you're ignoring what your prospects actually want and desire and their challenges and fears and frustrations, you will pay for it, literally and metaphorically.
I totally agree with the logic there. I guess the question I have for you is that if everyone is competing over the same retirement income, it's the whole blue ocean, red ocean problem, which is how do you stand out, differentiate, and find the right audience for you that resonates with the messaging, but also now you're no longer competing with everybody else.
I think you can view it as a series of dials where you turn the dials, and if you turn enough of those dials, you become the obvious choice. It's the all else being equal game, is the way I describe it to my inner circle members. So, all else being equal, the advisor with more experience tends to win. All else being equal, the financial advisor with more credibility tends to win. All else being equal, the financial advisor who has built the most rapport wins. The financial advisor who greatly understands the psychographics, greatly understands the demographics. All of these are individual dials that you can turn, which means if you don't have enough experience, you can make up for it by understanding your market. If you don't have enough credibility, get the credibility, right? But if you truly don't have it for whatever reason and your life is on the line and you got to do it, you got to get the clients, then you go deep into psychographics and demographics and rapport and all of the other things. All else being equal, the financial advisor who has better copy wins. All else being equal, the advisor who has a better lead magnet wins. So there are all sorts of dials and things that you can turn to tilt the odds in your favor. Is anything a guaranteed slam dunk every single time? No, it never has been, never will be. But again, the all else being equal game, if you just get better in multiple areas with yourself and in your business, then you slowly increase the odds of someone becoming a client. Because all marketing boils down to these two things: the number of people who are exposed to your messages and the number of people who convert, the percentage of people who convert. That's all it is. So again, all else being equal, if you have 1,000 people at a 5% conversion rate, and I have the same 5% conversion rate, but I get in front of 2,000 people, I'm going to have double the business. If you increase your conversion rate and I don't, and we have the same number of people, you're going to win simply because you have increased those metrics.